Young adults, often referred to as Gen X and Gen Y, have entered their adult years during a gut-wrenching economy and job market. Against a backdrop of sluggish growth and unemployment of over 9.5%, not only have they seen their parents struggle, but they themselves have become weighed down by recession woes, experiencing the troubled times firsthand. A fierce job market due to hiring freezes has left many unable to pay back student loans, and many are even returning home due to this unemployment. My next guest, Manisha Thakor, says emerging adults, as this group is known, are in need of some financial 101. She joins me now with some tips to get these young adults on good financial footing. Hi there, Manisha. Great to see you again.
Great to see you, Tanya.
So there's no doubt that college graduates and young people today are entering a world that's pretty stressful. And you say that's one of the main things, is they're just very scared right now.
They are, and you stop and you think about it. The American Payroll Association just released their most recent poll, and over 7 out of 10 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And I think a bigger issue here is the role that corporations and employers play in our lives. So, when I was growing up, I remember thinking about my parents and the benefits they had through their work. The corporate entity was sort of like a financial safety net. And today, whether it's healthcare or pensions, one by one, those benefits are getting tossed out the window. So you're unemployed, and the thing that you're looking to for safety isn't as safe a place as it used to be to go.
And the young people see all of this, right? And that's one of the main reasons that they seem unable to move forward. A little bit of being paralyzed because of this fear.
I think so, and I think the fear is also causing them to make extremely poor decisions. Right. So another interesting study that came out recently was by ICI, the Investment Company Institute, and I was shocked by this, Tanya. They said that 34%, only 34% of people under 35 are willing to take significant risk with their retirement money. And I'm thinking, this is just the time in your life when you can afford to take that risk.
Right, and it seems like also a very important piece of information that young people haven't quite grasped is the earlier you begin can mean the difference, a significant difference to your retirement savings.
Massive, Tanya, absolutely massive. And so my favorite example is pretty simple. You take Jane. She starts saving at age 25. She saves $5,000 a year, all the way up through her retirement at 65. Her money grows at 7% a year. Jane has $1 million.
Fantastic.
So go Jane, she's going to be okay.
Yes.
Joe waits till 45, which is what many people do, does the same $5,000 a year, grows 7%. At retirement, Joe has $200,000. So Jane has 5 times more money because she started 20 years earlier.
Now, is this where you see them making the most mistakes in retirement planning?
Without a doubt. Thinking, and also thinking, Tanya, like, well, I just have a little bit, so it doesn't add up. Or what's a year or two, I'll start.
Right.
Mathematically, if you wait just 2 years longer to start saving for your retirement, you'll have 15% less by the time you get to age 65.
And so one of the biggest challenges here is this group, the emerging adults. Yep. We need a little intervention, right? A little education. Is that what you're trying to do?
A total financial intervention. And the problem with doing a financial intervention is that this generation wants to consume its financial information totally differently than their parents. So they want it on the web, they want it interactive, they want video, they want it on their mobile phones. And unlike their parents, who are the I'll do it myself generation, they actually want help and guidance.
So is there another study that was saying that nearly, was it half of Generation Y has below average financial fluency? So they just don't get the basic 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah, I mean, Tanya, this is also stunning. That it's a study that came out by the NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, and less than half of this adult population understands the basics of savings and budgeting. And you can see it in the number because 45% of them have diddly nothing in savings right now.
So do you think that because everything has moved online and we are in a different financial world, do you think it is more complex than it was a generation ago, or do you think this generation is just making it more complex?
Now, without a doubt, I mean, there has been such a proliferation of products in the financial services industry that while our parents and grandparents didn't necessarily need formal financial education because the options were fairly limited to them, whether it was mortgages or credit cards, or insurance. Today, you just have so many choices. You need to get educated.
Absolutely. And so what 21st century, options do you recommend people use to educate themselves?
All right, well, I've got 5, and the first is, of course, to watch you on Good Money.
That's right.
There's a great new website called getcurrency.com that's teamed up with Foursquare. They've got a lot of interactive social tools to engage emerging adults. For women, I love a site called learnvest.com and another one called dailyworth.com. And for everyone, I love this site, smartaboutmoney.org.
And what does that site help you do?
It answers pretty much any question that you have. I mean, you can go into how much you should spend on your home, your car, how you should think about paying off your debt, what kind of insurance, what kind of a will or legal documents you need to draw up for your family.
Fantastic. Manisha, thank you so much for all this really great and very important information.